It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Mayegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary political, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power. Over naira, still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary political, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary political, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Mayegun diary political. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn lájú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn lájú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn lájú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn lájú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Hello there. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is Mayegun live. So thank you so much for joining me. Please, after reading the caption of the broadcast, it's a reminder, also read the description of the broadcast as well. Then, just before you settle down, like it, share it. Regulars know this very much, but this information is mostly for any new, any new member of the Temple of Truth, Mayegun's Diary Political. And if you have done all of that, thank you. Yep. So tonight, we have received a confirmed hint or an alert that everyone should take a moment or a break from this coalition, that. It seems Athiefku and his gang are now, plotting to drop an extra twist into your 2027 permutation. If what Devil Humayi said today, in his usual braggadocio manner, Devil Humayi was talking to a group of Igbos in the southeast of Nigeria, as currently, anyway, there is a constitutional review hearing going on across the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria. Devil Humayi said that Athiefku loves the Igbos so much that he has been the only president in Nigeria history who has shown his love for the Igbos. That in fact, Athiefku's regime is now willing to negotiate with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Well, the supposed symbol of Biafra struggle in this time or present time. The man that they kidnapped, locked up and disobeyed so many court orders in their own court. The man they have spent billions to label a terrorist, and is the man who is peacefully demanding for a referendum for the people of the eastern part of Nigeria. So the conspiracy runs so deep that when Athiefku came in, he inherited this field. It is called Cold War, after the end of Nigeria genocidal war of 1967 to 1970, popularly known as the Biafran War. There are those who participated in that genocide who were never punished. Rather, they were rewarded. They became ministers. They became presidents. They became governors. They became wealthy after that. But to some of them, it is an unfinished business. And one of them is this Bokwari, the guy that has a personal disdain that no one can really explain. It feels like the job was not finished at the time. And that is why he referred to them during the emergence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to push the same struggle that this time is not war. Let the people decide if they still want to be part of Nigeria or not. Igbo elite conspired with Bokwari, a man that has a personal disdain, despite the fact that they tried so much to push the narrative that same Bokwari loved the Igbo so much. He loved the Igbo so much that he had the Igbo cook that nobody knows. He had the Igbo driver when he was in the military that nobody knows. And at the end of the day, he loved the Igbo so much that he chose Ume Ezeokwe, late Ume Ezeokwe, that's his name, I think, as his running mate, vice presidential candidate. If he hates the Igbo, would he choose an Igbo man? They pushed and pushed until they gave the Were power. Until they gave the murderer power. And immediately, the Cold War or the nostalgia of Cold War came back to his head. A man that was supposed to be the president of a country, he became the most divisive individual ever. In fact, he is the one who has taught all of us to remember who we are or where we are from. And also that the lie of one Nigeria that has been told for so long, it was time for them to bury it. No thanks to Bokwari. Today, Nigeria is more divided than ever. In fact, Nigeria is more divided now than Nigeria was after the genocidal war. Today, courtesy of Bokwari, he boldly and proudly said it on national television that the Igbos are just dots in a cycle, something that can be just cleaned away, wiped off. And this is a man from the tribe of less than 3% of the general population of Nigeria. Referring to the people who hold more than, 60 million of the entire population that makes up Nigeria. Somebody from a tribe of 3 million is referring to those of 60 million as what? As dots in a cycle. Both of them, that was the president of Nigeria. Then Mazi Nnamdi Kanu automatically had a target on his back. He became the target of the state. They released the entire instrument of Nigeria after one man who was using a camera, microphone, as well as, his, his computer, laptop, camera phone, and a microphone. Nigeria spends so much money that, for those of you who don't know this, Nigeria spends so much money under Bokwari that they lobbied the US Congress to help them push their agenda of labeling the IPOB a terrorist organization. It flopped. They lobbied the United Kingdom politicians, the UK government. It flopped. All of these are verifiable facts out there. But they continue to push their Nigerian media, compromised Nigerian media propaganda. At the end of the day, when it was time for them to now present the evidence, they committed an international crime of kidnapping somebody from a country, right, without any legal process, and you kidnapped him and took him to Nigeria. The same Bokwari did the same thing in 1985. Umaru Diko, that was kidnapped in the UK, drugged, and was supposed to be boxed to Nigeria. This madman did the same thing to Nnamdi Kanu. Now, Nnamdi Kanu is in their courts all this while, and yet they couldn't convict him. So, when Athiefku came in, I openly said it on my platform that Athiefku has no business in Bokwari's war. But a lot of people said, with the kind of person that Athiefku is, there is no way he's not involved. There is no evidence of that, though. So, to me, I was like, he shouldn't inherit somebody else's problem. If the Fulanis have problems with the Igbos, at this point, somebody should be the president of Nigeria, without pushing the narrative that the Igbos, right, who have never held any executive power in Nigeria, right, in the 60, how many years? In the 65 years, nearly 65 years of Nigeria's existence. Those who have held power, the North, in the South, for these decades, they are now calling on those, right, that they waged a genocidal war against, enough that they survived. Now surviving, they said they hold those who destroyed Nigeria. some level of, commitment enough, some level of a conviction. The Igbos need to convince other people that they can be trusted to rule Nigeria. Oh, the Igbos must obey the rule of this land. The Igbos must be, there are those being given conditions everywhere because it is being politically sponsored. Enough that you would think a country like Nigeria, multi-ethnic, multi-tribal, multi-religious kind of society, a president of such country would have been so educated enough that if you go through the path of bigotry, tribalism, and using the instrument of the state to target anyone because of their tribe or where they come from, you don't have a country. What you have will be a complete slave camp. But they have pushed propaganda enough that there are those who are Igbos themselves who have believed this propaganda. They've accepted it. They blame themselves. They blame themselves for what they didn't do. Majority of the Igbos existing today, I can even say this, but without factual evidence, okay? I can say the existing Igbos on this earth today, more than 70% of them were Igbos that were born after the war. I mean, sure you get, not those ones who actually simply because you didn't do anything. What did you do to Nigeria? That you have to accept the propaganda that says the Igbos own too much. I am not an Igbo person. I'm just saying this. So if I am a Yoruba man and I say, now so Jare, all these Igbo own, they own too much. It's not because I've had an encounter with any Igbo that did anything too much to me. I'm only repeating the propaganda of what the propaganda sponsored by government in their own country against a tribe, against an ethnic nationality, enough to make their citizens repeating the same thing. You will see an ordinary person, somebody who they born after war, 20 years old person, 25 years old man, who is an Hausa or Fulani. It will be bold, like boasting on social media that we will kill all the Igbos, because he's been taught that, your forefathers did it. Nothing happened. Do you get what I mean now? So an Igbo person accepted it, and they believe that they owe Nigeria something. And guess what? There are Igbos everywhere. There are so many of them everywhere enough that they can be classified as those who have forgotten the war. Now, let me explain that. The Igbos were being killed, targeted politically, even when it all started in the late 40s, early 50s and all that, right? They were mostly politically kind of motivated. You will see politicians, they will mount podium. They will say something. They will rile their people, and boom, from there, they will start. This is not even just like a campaign that you hear something. No. They will be blasting it on the radio, right? It was so much like that that the Igbos now felt like they have to go back to their region to be safe. And yet, the war happened. Guess what? After the war, it's these same Igbos who have left their place to go and buy land inside the same Nigeria. But guess what? Many other people who are non-Igbos, except some people who get coconut head, and those who even have the coconut head, to leave their region and go to Igbo land, they will have stories to tell you what they are passing through in the hands of their relatives. You are in that place, this and that, especially the generations that were fed proper propaganda in that war. So the Igbos went back. But today, if you go to any part of Nigeria and an Igbo man is not there, people said you shouldn't stay there. And yet, there are still those that people have been taught not to trust. Meanwhile, again, I'm talking about those who have invested in Nigeria. What about those who have participated in the political space? They have pledged their loyalty. They have proven it. They have sacrificed people. They have accepted military to come to their place and kill their youth in order to send a message that, listen, we are not in support of any, but yet they can't be trusted. That is how the system is made. This is your reality. This is your one Nigeria, right? Now, having known all of this, an innocent man is locked up for demanding a peaceful referendum. They said he has a weapon of mass destruction. And what was that? He had a microphone, a camera phone, and a laptop. Right? While terrorists who have killed hundreds of thousands, kidnapped hundreds of thousands, collected tens of trillions, displaced tens of millions, are being made priority, national priority. And their victims are being told to learn how to accommodate them. And don't let hate block their views. Don't let hate block your vision. Love your neighbor as yourself. Inside that same Nigeria, and you are all seeing it too. Everyone is saying it. Everyone get opinion. Igbo politicians, Igbo traditional institutions, Igbo elite generally. Now, election is coming. Tifnumbu, that is hobnobbing with, according to Devulumayi, hobnobbing with the Igbo politicians, possibly see a window now. You know what? Ashiwaju, the Igbos will support you in 2027 if you can release Nnamdi Kanu. If Nnamdi Kanu is that really valuable, how did people like Devulumayi sleep at night? What do they tell themselves whenever they go to bed at night and remembering that they have hands in locking an innocent man somewhere, except if it is politically useful? We will negotiate with him. How did they go to bed at night? How did they look at people in the eyes and still claim that, you know, I don't know. I mean, this is how my mind kind of work, right? My mind work in a way that, listen, it can conjure so many things by putting the pieces of this information together and the pieces of the thought. And sometimes I wish a lot of people think that way. Maybe a lot of us will probably be like radicalized straight. Injustice created dissent. Nigeria is a place where injustice is nationalized. Not having electricity is an injustice. Not having security is a great injustice. Having to manage poverty rather than actually put policies that will eradicate it is an injustice. Mortgaging the future of an unborn generation with debt that you don't even have any plan of repaying, that's an injustice against unborn generation. People would disagree. People would be upset. People would probably want something better because you have a system of injustice. And then you also have a system or a society which God. You have people who are so unconcerned as long as it is not happening to them. You have that same society, a society that cannot be united in their, intentional human-imposed sufferings. You watch everyone. I mean, everybody's trying to survive. That society will breed dissent. You would have criminals, armed robbers. You would have kidnappers. You would have, fraudsters. You would have people, society like that will breed the worst of the worst. And that's enough to unite everyone. Injustice in that land. When you look around you, you are surrounded by these injustices everywhere. But it's a divided society. It's a defeated society, unfortunately. So Devulumayi is telling us now that Tifnumbu is having a rethink. And it is not a gaffe. He said it's like it's a promise. People have already predicted that, you see this, since they announced this coalition. A government like say Tifnumbu and his gang are now doing what they said is impossible. for the past 5 years before these criminals came to power 10 years ago. Even after they came to power, Nigeria had a system as corrupt and as poor as you probably would think of it. It had a system then where you could use your bank card to make purchases online on international platforms without having to go and buy dollars or send money to somebody to do it for you. It was that easy. Then 5 years ago, that stopped. It stopped. Then they brought all these fintech guys, all these ones that are building solutions. Those ones who brought you POS. That today you will go to the ATM machine, cash machine, there is no cash there. But somebody who is seated at the roadside is there with the cash, with a machine. They are solving a problem created by a corrupt system, a broken system. And then yesterday, suddenly, those who have been pushing it for the past 5 years, it started working. Just like that. So people have said that a lot of things will begin. In fact, they may reduce the price of petroleum now. In the way because the way things are going, right? It seems that Athiefku, that is receiving a lot of people jumping to his party, his miserability and his vulnerability is about to play out. And I don't think Bokwari would probably be happy with that. Malamu, that kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. And when they got to Nigeria, he had to broadcast it in Hausa because they know their own audience, to announce to them that, hey, something like that. All of you, anyway, we have a trophy for you. He was so happy. He was so happy that the Minister of Justice of Nigeria addressed the country in Hausa to announce that they have kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu. Interpol said they had nothing to do with it. Release him unconditionally. That should be what Debulumayi negotiate with him for what? To come out and help you. Make sure that there is no election in the eastern part of Nigeria or what? Because I don't understand. To ask him not to talk about Biafra anymore or what? Like you actually believe that, because I don't know what he's thinking. He actually believes that he will walk straight into where they are holding Nnamdi Kanu and tell him that, you know what, we want you to work for Athiefku and APC. So we don't want you to talk about the Biafra for now. But Ashwaji said he will take care of you. They offered Nnamdi Kanu oil wells. And yeah, you are free to possibly disbelieve that. That's fine. It's perfectly fine. But it is a publicly available information. When they met with him in Enugu, after they met themselves and arranged among themselves, and they went to Bokwari and told him that they have discussed with Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu will not say anything about Biafra again. He will not say anything about him again, blah, 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 blah. So they called the deal and they released him. And of course, it didn't take time. People who have been watching Nnamdi Kanu on the screen, who have become his, ardent followers, now they had the chance of seeing him physically. It was like an homecoming for a king. You all know it. It was so intimidating. Police, they were sent to go and stop one of his, one of his convoy. The police themselves joined the rally. They were taking selfies with him. It was, then they felt like, oh, well, it's like we have made a mistake. We asked him that, what does he want? He's asking us to open up the seaport in eastern Nigeria, provide 24 hours electricity that is holy Biafrans so that they can protect their land against the Fulani terrorists. It's asking us to ensure that the improved infrastructures like schools, hospitals are up to date enough that more and more Biafrans are sent to school. Again, I'm paraphrasing now. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's demand to these guys was about 11. And there is none of them that was like about himself, not a single one. Every IPOB member that has been kidnapped and locked up somewhere must be released unconditionally. And yes, when all of that is done, of course, yeah, we can talk more about, and he knew what he was saying, he knew what he was doing, he knew they wouldn't do anything. I don't think it lasted a month after that. They sent the military to his house to go and kill him. For what? Well, they said they have a video of Mazi saying that if Boko Haram sends soldiers to the eastern part of Nigeria, the Biafrans will defend themselves and none of them will go back alive. So they say he threatened the army. I mean, that's a very clear, straightforward statement. That's not a threat. If you come to Igbo land and you kill anyone, any soldier, you won't go back alive. It was the one who actually exposed the idea of sending the Fulani soldiers to Igbo land, send Hausa soldiers and Igbo soldiers Hausa soldiers to Yoruba land, and send Igbo soldiers to the war front of Boko Haram. Sometimes just mix them up that way too. It was the one who made us realize that it wasn't for national cohesion. No, it was because those they are sending who can't speak your language. The order they will give them is kill anyone. So that when they get there, even if you are telling them that I'm not one of them, I'm not this, I'm not that, so they will still kill you. Because they don't even understand what you're saying. And it is intentional. So it was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There's so many things that he made people realize at the time that became even much threats to the establishment that they thought if we couldn't talk to him, maybe we should just kill him. Then we just said that some unknown soldiers killed him. They also failed though. All for what? For asking for for asking for the end to the marginalization of his own people. I'm a Yoruba man, all of us get marginalized right now. That's why people said, those of you who have been groomed, those of you who have been socially conditioned to hate him, not because you've heard him, but because you have seen the cutout of some of his videos. And most of these things done by the same DSS and their Nigerian government to push the agenda that makes you feel like he's targeting you when he's actually targeting the criminals who put you in that situation. Everyone is marginalized in Nigeria, if everybody gets sense. The criminals are the only ones who are united. And whenever they feel cheated, then they will want to blow the entire country. And guess who they will use? The same oppressed people. So every region should have been fighting for what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. But you know why they won't? Their leaders told them, you don't want what happened to Biafrans to happen in our land. Something that is ridiculous. You committed a genocide. You called you said no winner, no vanquish. But you continued a Cold War in which if Musa and Chinedu commit the same crime, they won't get the same punishment. A system that you intentionally build to make sure that your internal Cold War, your unwritten Cold War that you are implementing is what you have indoctrinated into millions that will boldly, children born after war, where they will boldly tell you, an Igbo man will never be president of Nigeria. And then you look at the person and be like, but you are educated. I know what I'm saying. The Igbos need to learn how to integrate. Now, person will never cross River Niger in his life. Abiduan will never cross Suleja in his life. He will be telling you that, I know what I'm saying. The Igbos need to integrate. They need to be more, you see? Anyway, we want him released unconditionally. That's not too much to ask. You've embarrassed yourself enough. You've disgraced Nigeria enough. It is time to actually wrap it up. All this, you want to negotiate, you want to this or that. It won't change anything. An unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu and the they expected what do you call it, a working system that everyone will feel, accommodated. Everyone will feel equal. Not what you have in that contraption. That and more are the stuff that will discourage people from listening to Nnamdi Kanu. You cannot continue to run Nigeria the way you are running Nigeria and not see that there will be more of Nnamdi Kanu. There will be more. So even if you should do a mistake and kill him, there will be more. There will be brutal than him. The injustice that created Nnamdi Kanu predates him. It's been there before his death. And probably now his effort is to make sure that he ended it before he dies. So do you understand that if the injustice continues, the agitation continues? It is going to be from all the places. And with the way Nigeria is going, I don't think that is far off anymore. I don't think so. Anyway, let's put that down a bit. Do you all know that they are currently having a regional hearing on their 1999 constitution? Oh, they are, of course, because they are planning to do another window dressing, patch of that Decree 24, 1999 fake constitution. Nigerians didn't vote for that constitution. They didn't write it. There's nothing called we the people inside that place. The constitution does not represent any part of Nigeria except the Nigeria that existed in the heads of the criminals that drafted it. And since 1999, that they claim that you have been practicing democracy, democratic government of Nigeria has not been able to actually draft a new people's constitution that represents the Nigeria of now. Enough that all this agitation, all this, again though, will probably have subsided a bit. Rather, they have been amending it for the past 26 years. Amending 1999 constitution. The more they amended the constitution, the more divided Nigeria is, the more or the poorer Nigerians have become. In the last 26 years, many parts of Nigeria has now been ceded to terrorists, courtesy of the ruiners of Nigeria from all places. Courtesy of this APC, Ebekebetu especially. So now they are doing another one. They have 36 states in Nigeria, 36 governors, 36 deputy governors, 36 state house of assembly. Then they have National Assembly, of course, with 360 House of Representative members, plus 109 or so Senate, the upper chamber. They have one president, they have one vice president. They have 774 local government areas, which also, as expected, have 774 local government chairmen and women. The kind of, the kind of big government that they have built has made Nigeria government as the highest employer of labor. And guess who paid them? The taxpayers. So right now, to solve that problem, according to those who are now amending the 1999 constitution, right? To solve the problem, then they will need to create more states so that more people will be represented. They need to create more state house of assembly. Oh, hang on, let's even give number. They are planning to create 31 new states if it passes. 31 from the present 36, taking the entire Nigeria state to 67 and the Federal Capital Territory. But there is extra. That means you have 67 governors, 67 deputy governors, 67 state house of assembly, which will have the speaker, deputy speaker, leader, and all of that stuff that you have to take care of. Then, listen to this. So, your local government area will jump from 774 local government areas to a possible, if approved, a possible 1,300 and something local government areas. Poverty capital of the world. See? The people that won't discuss referendum, the people that won't discuss regional system of government, the people that won't discuss a true, real people's constitution, they are interested in discussing adding extra states in order to stop people from being angry. Let's create more problems. Sure you get. That should solve all of our problems. The typical Nigeria criminal politicians or politicians ways. And in the process, they've started the hearing from all the 6 geopolitical zones of the country, from the northeast to the northwest to the north central, southwest, southeast, as well as the south, the Niger Delta, Niger Delta rather. So I've picked up few from their venues of the events. So right now, what they are doing is that people are putting in proposals. So part of the constitutional amendment or constitutional proposals that has been given as template for all of them includes creation of state police and, making it law. Giving power to the traditional rulers. This time around, giving them constitutional power to be able to constitute their own mini government in their own domain, which also will allow them to form this time around, like constitutionally, form their own security outfit and have the power to, protect their own community and all of that. Everything to be funded by the taxpayers and loan, possibly. Create state and more. And for you to understand this contextually, right? On the screen, we explain to you not the existing state alone, but the state that they are planning to create from the existing states in Nigeria. So let's take the first one, Oke-Ogun. It is expected to be created from the current Ogun State, Oyo State, and Osun State. And it's going to be where it is listed there. They are planning to also create Ibadan State. And Ibadan and Ife-Ijesha states. They want to create those ones from between the same Oyo, Oyo and Osun. Ogun State, they are proposing to create Ijebu State. Lagos, out of Lagos, they are planning to create Lagoon State. So in Delta State, they are planning to create Warri State. As you can see on your screen, there is also a state called Coastal State. The Coastal State is going to be created from current Ondo State and Ogun State. So from Kogi, they want to create Confluence, Okun, and Okura. In Benue, they are planning to create 3 states out of current Benue State. They are planning to create 3 states out of the current Kogi. So in the east, currently, the southeast has put together. So they are planning to create Angono. Yeah, I think that one is extra. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Extra 5 states. Aba, Adada, Etiti, Olu, and what's this one? Angono. I've missed that part because I've got comment covering it. And Urashi, as well as Anioma. They are planning to create Anioma State, also from within the current Delta, Edo, and part of the current East. Anyway, let's put that down. So like I said, from these venues of all these charts, the one they had for the southwest of Nigeria, Yoruba land, where they added the Laje people to the Ijebu people in order to create Ijebu states. Ilaje people are from the current Ondo state. And according to them, their border stretch all along the coastal line. So, but there is already a proposed coastal state. So today in Lagos, that created drama when the Ilajes rejected to be merged with the Ijebus to create the Ijebu states. And from that to Enugu, where they were there to make their own reviews, hearings on the creation of states, as well as the creation of federal constituencies, senatorial districts, local government areas. For Southwest, they deliberated on, the Yorubas who have made proposals. They deliberated on the creation of states, state police, to empower for traditional rulers, and many other things. Now let's go listen to some of them, as it should be. To some of us who have been very not comfortable with that sound at the background of the videos, now it is my own little way of reducing people reporting my channel, because they can't report this that I'm doing right now, but they can report any adjoining clips, right? Even if I am covered under the fair use rule of this social media. But when I have to, so what I need to do is to kind of find better soothing and sort of a sound. So for now, please bear with me, okay? That's why you always hear that sound, okay? Right? So it is better safe than sorry. Yeah? Thank you. Now let's go listen to some of them. In their deliberation today, the end of that the end of that deliberation is going to be like that of the national conference, when people make proposals on the kind of government they wanted, the kind of laws that should govern Nigeria and all that, and it is gathering dust on the desk of the successive governments in Nigeria. So Koolu is doing his own right now, and trust me, if the people says, okay, yeah, this is well, he might just tell everybody that he will do it once he gets his second term. But what are they discussing? Let's go to the halls. First in Lagos. The venue is somewhere called Shena Chris West or something hotel in Ikeja. Let's start with this.
In governance, we are all aware that their roles were eroded by the advent of colonialism, when the whites came and they rubbished our traditional institution. But at the same time, we are saying we should tread courteously while doing that. We have seen kings that are on the throne because of land seizure. In Ogun State, we call them Awamba Ajagungbale. So even if these rules are granted, our traditional rulers, we are saying they should stand in position of honor, in position of dignity, in position of respect. And on he for she, we stand by gender sensitivity. We are he for she houses of assembly. You can see that Ekiti has a female deputy speaker, Ogun State has a female deputy speaker, a female chief whip. We always give recognition and honor to all our female colleagues. Though we say there are no females in the House of Assembly, but we are tender towards them. So we stand on this. To this end, my leader, distinguished senators, these are our stand. But let this one resonate that we stand by you in all you do to make Southwest great and great again. My deputy speaker here will come up and will present the position of the chairman of National Conference of Speakers and the position of Oyo State, they have a presentation. But you see, state policing, because we know that it is going to be a very great catalyst and panacea for security to come or to eradicate all our security challenges we have in this area, in this part of the country, be it banditry, be it Fulani or herdsmen or whatever, that if we have state police, we will know one another and we'll be able to we'll be able to know who to hold responsible for what and which. And we stand.
Did you see that guy beside him when he mentioned maybe it is, be it Fulanese, whatever they are called? Do you see that guy that looked at him like, no, don't say that here. Don't say that here. Yet everybody knows. Everybody talks about it. Everybody knows why people are more agitated right now to defend themselves against the Fulani terrorist invasion. The driving force. Right. Those lawmakers. There are also others.
Enable regional integration and development commission, especially for the Southwest, to coordinate interstate railway, power projects, and economic corridor. Creation of new state. We are also adding our voice for the creation of the new Ijebu state from Ogun State, Lagun State from Lagos State, Oke-Ogun State from the Oyo and Osun State. This will address historical balanced representation, promote administrative efficiency, deepen grassroots participation, and bring governance closer to the people. We add our voice to the constitutional recognition of the LCDs in Lagos to full-fledged local government area. This will facilitate direct allocation and recognizing the unique population density and urban complexity of Lagos. It will really help in order to integrate democracy. We are also loudly clamoring for the increase of Oshofe and Ikorodu federal constituencies to 2 federal constituencies. Oshofe and Ikorodu federal constituencies in Lagos State should be increased to 2 federal constituencies. State and community policing. The construct will be amended to allow for state-controlled police, and we know that there's process going on it. And there should be legislation to empower security outputs, such as Amotekun Social Vigilante Group, in order to strengthen community security in our grassroots level. Cultural, tradition, and language reforms. We advocate for a constitutionally backed National Royal Council composed of first-class king and high chief. The National Royal Council functions as fundamental chamber to the Senate and other national institutions on cultural, communal, and interethnic matters. Duties including heritage promotion, communal dispute resolution, traditional justice system, and local development advocacy will be part of their assignment. Remuneration, protocol, and responsibility of traditional rulers should be clearly defined in the Constitution, meaning that our royal father, our father, they should be given more constitutional roles to be able to be effective in our community development and administration, because they are the closest people to the people, and we want the Constitution to address the issue of their remuneration, taking care of the palace upkeep and their domestic needs, in order for them to be very, very effective in the traditional administration. Cultural and language protection. Enshrine the Yoruba language as an official medium in the Southwest state. Mandate Yoruba language as a compulsory subject from early education to junior level and senior. Institutionalize the wearing of native attires as official public dress code every Friday and every Thursday and Friday. established Yoruba Heritage Commission to protect cultural assets, promote festivals, restore monuments, and collaborate with organizations like UNESCO. Creation of National Council for Young Adults. Creation of National Council for Young Adults is a very essential need in order to serve as a bridge between the youth and elder policy circle. Advocacy of employment.
And there is more, but just because of our time, all right? So it is like an opportunity, for the Yorubas to push for their place in Yoruba land, especially those who are somehow politically connected with these guys. Indeed, those who have been taking the memorandum of understanding, proposals, and other stuff that are being sent over for that event. But like I said, there is more. A lady described as the leader of the NLC in Lagos also was there to present a paper in Lagos.
Making our presentations today, not only for the workers, but also touching all the sectors that we believe our input is going to be of benefit to Nigerians. Our memorandum, as submitted by the Nigeria Labour Congress to the Senate and the House ad hoc committee on the review of the 1999 Constitution, today, July 4th, 2025. We are only going to touch briefly because there are many issues. As you can see that this book is heavy. As a progressive and mass-oriented National Labour Center, the Nigeria Labour Congress has been very active and advancing the working class and the popular positions in the various efforts at Constitution review. Our positions have been primed to deliver an egalitarian, just, equitable and developmental state with all the enabling appurtenances of social justice. At the last cycle of Constitution amendment by the 9th National Assembly, the Nigeria Labour Congress made very salient submissions on topical national issues, including the bid by a few federal legislators working in cahoots with some clandestine interests to remove the labor provisions in Schedule 1, Item 34 of the 1999 Nigerian Constitution from the exclusive legislative list to the concurrent legislative list. The plot was to enable the state governments to fully institutionalize, to enslave the laborers camp across the country through the deregulation of Nigeria's labor law. We have seen the examples since last year when the new minimum wage has been passed into a law. Only few states have implemented the new minimum wage. Several states are yet to implement, even when the federal government has increased.
No. Now let's get to the interesting part. It is the part where I don't know if there were consultation before they added the Ilaje people to the Ijebu people in order to create Ijebu states. I've been hearing about the creation of Ijebu state. They plan to create Ijebu states since I was probably 5. And I'm not joking. It's like the talk of everywhere. Now in the early 90s, right? It was also a talk of the town because Abacha became the head of state of Nigeria after the coup in 1993. Then his vice suddenly became Oladipo Bodia from my own maternal hometown, Odogbolu. And suddenly, the word they sold to us in Udogbolu for why we should love Abacha was that he had promised to create Ijebu state. And in fact, it was said I was going to announce the creation of Ijebu state when he created these new states like Ekiti, Delta, and a few others like that. So we missed it. So I do have, faint memory of what I was taught and where Ijebu state, who and who would belong to Ijebu state. There was never a time Elijah was part of that plan. You see, this is the way they draw these things. Today, when they have to present a memorandum of understanding, the Elijah people rejected the offer of being merged with the Ijebus to form Ijebu state, and this is their reason.
Yes, apart from that, sir, there are some documents that are in his possession, which ordinarily should have submitted along with this memorandum today. Unfortunately for his absence, we promise, sir, that we shall do the submission in Abuja, sir. We are grateful, sir. Our memorandum is titled Memorandum of Ilaja People of Ondo State of Nigeria, opposing the inclusion of any part of Ilaja land and territory in the proposed Ijebu state. For the avoidance of doubt, Ilaja land about the Atlantic and is the only part of southwest Nigeria currently producing petroleum and oil mineral. It covers the entire coastline of Ondo State, stretching from and including the community of Elefon, Abajeke, Ibosere, Olosumeta, immediate north of which along the Alakwe Lagoon includes Irokun, Iboedu, Eba Island, Awodikora. And in the Atijara area, the headquarters of the former Ilaja District Council, 6 miles west of Atijara, which point is the tribal boundaries of Ilaja and Ijebu with the natural feature of the Ilaja white sand and the Ijebu red sand of Fara River of Ejire, including Ijebu Elero and Ayetu Marad. This western boundary extends inexorably eastward along the coast through the Obe district to the Imboluma village of Owoye, Benin River boundary with Sekiri, Wari, hence the northeastern to the junction of Okitimoko and Adabrasa Creek. The Ilaja territory from time immemorial have been managed by our traditional rulers. The Olugo of Ugo, the Amapetu of Mahi, the Maporura of Aheri, and the Onika of Etika, and other newly created kingdoms in the Ilaja territory. The aforedefined territory became part of the Lagos colony by the instrument of the Legislative Council, Colony of Lagos, dated 12 November 1895. The Ilaja territory actually extends continuously uninterrupted from Lagos State in the west and showing boundaries with her at the lift of the Lekki Peninsula.
Please, let's listen to them in silence, please. This is the last contribution. As
mentioned in paragraph 1.5 Supra, this definition was further accentuated by the visit of Ilaja land by His Majesty Governor of Lagos, as contained in the another dispatch dated 23rd June 1903 to the Right Honourable Justice Sabilem, section of the state for the colony. This part of Lagos colony, together with the Pest, were merged in a colonial joint administration from 1895 to 1914, when it was excised and merged with other territory to form Ondo province of Western Nigeria, part of Okitipa division of Ondo province Ilaja SLU, local government area of Ondo State in 1976, and presently of Ilaja local government area of Ondo State. For some time there have been some disputes on the boundary between the Ilajas and the Ijebu, particularly on the western axis of Ilaja territory, because of the presence of oil abundant oil now where the Ijebus are trying to unnecessarily intrude into our territory, which we had since the opposing. Yes, that is the situation. We want to say, sir, oil, as we know in Nigeria, was first discovered in Araromi, which is a kingdom of souls in 1908. That was before the Second World War. It is significant to remind this committee that attempt to extend Ijebu or Ogun State authority to Iroku have been rejected by Iroku Obas. Even Ijebu officer from British colonial times has attested to by the district officer of Ijebu in his letter number 71/1920 of 9th July 1920 to his Ondo division counterpart that neither Iroku nor the village of Obinai in Ijebu territory. These are part of the area the Ijebu are now putting as part of their territory for the creation of their Ijebu state, which we are opposing today. We want to share further.
Yo, Yoruba Ronu. As the Ogunde is a classic in a song, Yoruba think. It is supposed to be a gathering of brothers, you know what I mean? And when you listen to the tone of that speaker, a king from Elijah, you can tell that's not brotherly. It says something about the Ijebus are trying to take the land where there is oil. How? Is it that the politicians from Ogun State are trying to take your land, but me, an Ijebu man, who doesn't even know much about the boundaries and the borders, until now, that I realized that, oh, there could be a fight. And you know what it means by that? There could be clashes, communal clashes over boundary disputes, because they don't want to be with the Ijebus. Elijah doesn't want to be with the Ijebus. And when you go further, you realize that these other ones don't want to be with that one. And that one don't want to be with that one. And it further exposes the failure of those who have been leaders of Yoruba land, politically, traditionally. Trust me. That's why some people say that, how are we going to do it if we now have a Yoruba nation? Like, are we even going to ever agree to have one? And some say, no, they will agree, but what are we going to do about the way we also see one another? That is a very classical example of that. I mean, it's good to say, no. We are not Ijebus. You know what? If you are going to actually create a state to merge us with the Ijebus, right? We want to change the name. Can we look into that? That we have a name that actually represents, since it is Nigeria, we want a name that will represent us so that we can feel like, you know, I know, yeah, but no. Political class are doing their own. Traditional class are doing their own. And everyone at them will tell you that they love Yoruba land. I'm just saying, let's go to the east. The Anioma people, who are majorly in the part of Delta State today and some part of, the present day Eastern Nigeria, they are also proposing for a state. And from Enugu, these conversations happened first.
A people that have suffered repression because of one reason. They still evil. I am an evil man. I am not from Ijebu. I am not from Morocco. Therefore, I am an evil man. In June 1966, during the Civil War, the Nigerian soldiers marched for Asaba. They Igbos. Just like we have done in the past 60 years, we are calling that they let us go. They let us go on our destiny. The project injustice is to treat an equal as equal and equal as unequal. We have to treat them as unequal entities. Therefore, we want to go. For the purposes of everything, we have states that assist, and the federal government that assist, we have 107, the Southeast remains only the federal government that is 5. Please, don't listen to us. Can they let us join our brothers? We cannot answer, we cannot disagree, we cannot do that. We are equal.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you know, I'm glad to be here with my brothers, Almighties, and Deputy Jesus. And today is actually the 5th of July 2005. We are here in Enugu right now for the Senate public hearing on state creation and a boundary adjustment and other related matters.
Yes, so power.
We are on behalf of international cultural groups among the primus agitation activists agitating for this Anioma state creation. Anioma state creation is a goal, it's a bomb, it's what we need. In fact, if any state must be created in the whole Nigeria now, it's only a matter of socio-economic qualification,
yes,
political qualification, and historical qualification. Because the agitation of Anioma state beyond network is just a young man compared to the agitation of Anioma state. So people are saying that it is a political agenda. No. Our political forefather like Osadepe, the BC Jomas, and other have advocated of Anioma, and it was not, it didn't happen in the present. But it will be the dream come true from the grave. Amen. We started. I will end it. So my people, Anioma state creation is beyond partisan politics of APC, PDP, whatever, and network. Exactly. So we have a lot of things to make it work. Oil, land, everything is Anioma. Please, Anioma is a go.
Sounds good, yeah? Right. There is more. I love the guy that spoke first, by the way, you know, in the gathering and told them that, listen, we are Igbos. We should be proud. Nobody should feel somehow because you are an Igbo person, try to want to impress anyone or want to. No. If Nigeria doesn't want us, let us go. He said it at the gathering. Right? And they, you know, like other places, they have all their National Assembly members, the State House of Assembly members, their politicians, their elder, their traditional rulers, everybody was supposed to be in the hall. This is the second part.
Policing to create or make provision for the creation of state police in Nigeria. Say hi. Those against the name. The eyes have it. Today,
I say this with all sense of responsibility. There are some gathering me that brought me here, but they know I'm saying it. Because it is not easy anymore. If you go from Enugu to Onitsha, you will pass over 20 checkpoints. True of us. We are treated like a people defeated and under siege. In a country that is supposed to be independent, we are not being If there is anybody who needs this state police, it is Igbo land. I want to speak with all the residuary powers that I have as an expired bill of Igbo land. That we unanimously support the creation of state police. And by the same token, I ask our people, choose governors that appear in good. Choose governors that will deliver. The governor of Enugu State came to my house. I told him you didn't win an election, but God wanted you to be governor. And he is. He is
That negotiating and what I do what we call the Anioma block, our Anioma block. It is posted there. So we can do that. We have notable things in the banking industry. At least some of them are in our place. Talk of manpower, I now invest in a diverse professional professionals, and all of us know that those who are professionals in the government are distinguished than others below the line.
It is not just the creation of states that is the priority of their convo, mostly the security, especially security. That was Nwoko. No, that's not Nwoko. That old man, I want to remember his name. You see, he's been in the system for a while, right? He just reiterated what they've locked Mazi Nnamdi Kanu up for. He said, if anywhere or any region deserves the state police, it is the Igbo land. They want their region demilitarized. But Nigeria intentionally, criminally, militarized eastern part of Nigeria. The elders and the normal people in Igbo land agrees that it is only the Igbos and maybe the friends of the Igbos that can be involved and do an excellent job when it comes to the security of Igbo land, just for every land. There is a connection. There is something that will make you feel like it is worth dying. If I get killed here, it's worth it. But before I go down, that person coming to take me down will be down too. Kind of like there's something to die for. It is the most sensible thing to do. But somebody did it about 5 years ago. And he automatically got a target on his back. The elites of Igbo land, the political elite, the other elite, they put a target on the back of Nnamdi Kanu. They spent fortune to criminalize ESN, criminalize IPOB. They watch Nigeria, hunt people down, make people disappear, deny people their rights. All for what? To watch your people, not only to be militarized, intimidated, harassed, assaulted every day, that they can't even go to farm in peace. While you are happy that they are killing those who voluntarily, who are not even asking you for money. They voluntarily decided that they would defend their land. But here we are today at their supposed Nigeria Constitution review. Somebody said that should be their priority. Let the Igbos defend Igbo land. Let the Biafrans defend Biafra. Let the Yorubas defend and protect the Yorubas. And let the Fulanis protect the Fulanis in Fulani land, anywhere that is. Let the Hausas defend the Hausa land. Let the Benue, let the Middle Belters, let them defend themselves. Let people choose how they want to survive. But they won't. No, they won't. But I get it. Now let's leave this their state discussion. A young man who has been like a pain in the ass for the ruiners of Nigeria. He got dismissed from the army, he said. But they didn't pay him his severance package. He became an activist on social media simply because of the inhumane treatment that has been meted at him and his fellow soldiers, his colleagues in Nigeria fighting terrorists, treated like piece of rag. He's been very consistent, by the way. And he just made an announcement that I think I should share with you in case if you haven't seen it. You probably wouldn't be shocked. I just want it on record. Here.
All right. A message.
Somebody that was serving Nigeria that came back in regret. Sounds similar or sounds kind of familiar? It was Nnamdi Kanu. Serve Nigeria, come back in regrets. You should have molded a statue for Nnamdi Kanu in the East right now. A man that you were trained to hate. A man that has done you nothing. Well, you have so much passionate hatred that yourself can't even explain if you are asked. It seems to be always like right. The people are now seeing him like he's a prophet. Maybe he's a prophet. Listen to this guy.
Right. A message to Chief of Defense Staff, a message to Chief of Army Staff. You people have declared me wanted. That is not my problem. That should not be my problem. My mission is that I need a proposal from you people. One proposal, the refund of soldier salary. Secondly, dismissing of soldier unlawfully is the problem we are having in the system. If you can agree with me, you will see that most operations that Boko Haram is carried, bandits they are carried, Fulani herdsmen are carried, they are all successful. Imagine, sit to yourself and say how many they carry the operation and they succeed without getting them down. The soldier, when they don't dismiss unlawfully, some of them are in most of this operation. Believe me or not, that is your own pocket. I call upon you for you to reason and call all the whole officers under your command to order. Call them to order. They should stop dismissing of soldiers unlawfully. Even though the soldier commits any crime, they should punish the soldier. They should stop dismissing of soldier. Let me give one wala to you, because why I'm not saying now only get sense. Dismissing of soldier is the most problem we are having in the army. Why don't we form a battalion in all our border the way other country used to do? I know the country, I will not mention the country. The way they used to do in their country. They form a battalion, sir. They will form a battalion, a very large battalion, with Air Force inside that battalion, because it's a defense battalion. They defend our border and other places. Any soldier that commit any grievous offense, a handable offense, not minor offense, do the order. Let that battalion be his own what? Punishment. Send them there. Let them be in that battalion. By the time they are engaging the enemy, defending the border, they will not have the time to misbehave. That is one wala. You dismiss soldier when you don't already know how to fire weapon, you don't already know how to prepare a bomb, you don't already know how to operate all the whole supporting weapon. You dismiss them to the street. What do you expect making they do? Which work you say making go they do? Now number one problem is that I call upon the Chief of Defense Staff, Chief of Army Staff. They should stop dismissing of soldiers. No matter what that soldier commit, no matter what he commit, let it be pardoned, so that our problem, nobody will know they commit crime. Even the officer who they do the other, they commit crime. The money when they chop, they steal, they chop for soldier head. Not be crime with that. Terrorists attack location. You don't agree, give order, may they go destroy every living thing. There, not be crime with that. You sit down and plan on how now go to utilize soldier benefit. Not be crime with that one. I call upon you, Chief of Defense and Chief of Army Staff, if you like, you not carry this my work as an ava, you not carry as an anything. You not think that they make content. That one, if you not call me a content creator, if I can be able to create content that will change the bad commander in the army, I will do it. If I can be able to make a content that will go to make a revolution and to reform the army and to reform the Armed Forces Act, I will do it. The Armed Forces Act is also a problem in the army, sir. Why I say it's a problem? There are many laws there that a soldier is supposed to have his or her rights, but based on you people don't want soldier to know his or her rights. You are using that law to win. The law is applicable to soldiers. The law is not applicable to officers. What a commander and what a shameful system is that, and what a useless armed forces act is that. You people are killing us. I need revolution and I need reform in the army. I need a better life for soldiers. That is my advice. Dismissing of soldiers is the #1 problem, and it's a priority to officer. Why? Why dismissing of soldier, unlawful dismissal for that matter, is a priority to officer? It's a priority for soldier, it's a priority to officer. Why? I need a revolution in the system. Army is going down the drain. Any person when he talk truth, una go dey look for am. Una wan buy am. Na wetin una dey do to me so. I know everything. What am I saying? I need a reform in the system. They should stop dismissing of soldier. Now be the main problem of insecurity in the country today. If you don't know, I know you people know, but you don't want to talk because the people you are commanding is bigger than you. That's why I said the so-called general we have in the army, there are too many. Generals are too many in the army. You don't go work. You don't go war. You don't fight any war. You don't win any war. You are a general. They should stop dismissing of soldiers. If we know some soldiers, they commit a very hilarious crime. But if an ex-Boko Haram is being pardoned, so a soldier should be pardoned too, so that the thing go mend.
Shay, help us, oh, help us. There is God, oh. There is God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh. God should descend, oh, today God will descend here. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. This thing will end today. My sisters, if your child lost, will you stay and keep quiet? Will you people stay and keep quiet? The president now is calling you, come, I want to help you. You don't want to appear. Will you agree? Now the first lady is calling you, come, I want to help you. Come to find your child, your missing child. Will you keep quiet? Child, there is God, oh. There is God, oh. The bloods we are sharing, there is God, oh. 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 It's okay.
It's okay, it's okay. There are so many Nigerian soldiers who are suffering from a lot. And some of them, they watch their colleagues like break apart. And they will also see these guys, these pot-bellied, walking stick holding generals who never fought any war, but they are generals. Generals of what? Right? And of course, he's been declared wanted. Because according to them, he needs help. Even despite all he's saying, enough, they said everything is in his head. Anybody who knows where he is should. But he is not mad. What he is suggesting is that if you are like dismissing soldiers because of what they say or when they complain or anything at all, you are losing the most, the most vital resource. And resources, by the way, among your war weapon against terrorism, insecurity, you will train a soldier. You train somebody to become a soldier. That is not like somebody who just pick up a gun and say, I'm a soldier. Oh, Sean. No. They actually have to train you. It costs money to train the soldiers. It costs money. But because these guys don't place value over anything, including the lives of these soldiers, yeah, let's punish them. Give them room trial. Lock them up. Sentence them to death. Then pardon them. Yeah, dismiss them. So he's kind of making a point there, like if they did something wrong that is so that bad, stop dismissing them, just like, giving them room not to even defend themselves. Send them to the front, well equipped with this, with that. He knows what he's talking about. You have terrorists, repentant terrorists in Nigeria. Send about 200 of them to the war front. Once you realize, with maybe 5 first snipers, they begin to act funny. Anyway, collateral damage anyway. He knows what he's talking about. A Nigerian was recently arrested. He's a drug dealer in Russia. So they gave him 2 options. Go to jail for life, or we send you to the war front to fight Ukraine. If you die there, well, you're going to die in prison anyway. But if the war ended, you can buy your freedom. That means once Russia wins the Ukraine war, they will let him go. Now, Ukraine soldiers don't catch him now. That's the example that young man was given. Now, listen, stop wasting these scarce resources. You're not paying them well. You're not taking care of them, right? And at the same time, you're just throwing them away. When you look at the way the terrorists are operating, you will know that it is not the only terrorism training they are getting. They're getting more than that. So he's not mad, but Nigerian army says he's mad. And therefore, they are looking to arrest him. People were mad. They call that person mad. If you have to look at somebody who is the governor of a state like this, would you say that person is normal? A governor or a government of a state like this, would you say they are normal?
Governor, please, I'm at Songo now, Georgia, and it just stopped raining. Please, help me send chopper. I'm coming to Kemoson. Help me send chopper to take me, because I can't find Kanu, so I have to fly over this flood. Please. I'm at Georgia right now. Georgia, location Georgia. Location right now, Georgia. Send chopper, your chopper, please. I'm coming to Kemoson. Thank you. Governor, please, I'm at Songo now, George.
I know what you are thinking. Who is mad and who is madder? The criminals in government called leaders. They refuse to fix a major road like that for years, for decades. Are they the people that plies the road every day, struggles whenever it rains? All their vehicles have become rickety because of bad roads. But you could see all of them suffering and smiling. So, what were you thinking? Like, who is madder? Who is mad? Who is madder? China, the leaders mad, and then the followers are madder. I've been at the followers that are mad, that have now elected madder people. You know the funniest thing, right? They're going to campaign on that road. They will use the road to campaign. Yeah, somebody's going to say, oh, hang on, not somebody. The current government, who will want to choose his own successor, right, to cover his own ass, it will take the person that will succeed him. It will take him or her to that place to go and promise the people that he or she will do this road if they vote for him. Guess what? 8 years prior, the person that is bringing somebody to them promised them the same thing. Now that he couldn't do it, somebody else will do it. Prior to that one also promised. Prior to that one promised. The same people. The same people. They will do what they do best and say, okay, Shay, are you sure? If you can just do this road, how long? If you don't do anything for us again, we are fine. Just do this road, eh? People are lying to us. Are you sure? Yes, now, come on. Eh? Collect sugar, collect salt, collect omo, collect Congo of rice. So it's because of you. Honestly, I've said I will never participate in any election again in my life. If I see any politician like this, I want to stone them, but you are too big. You are too big in my hand. You are very important. And now here you are. Now you have given us salt. You've given us soup. You've given us Congo of gari, Congo of rice. And you're also generous. Okay, we'll do it. Don't worry. I'll tell other people too that I know you, that you are a very, very good person. Guess the person they are calling good person? The same person they sent to them to lie to them prior. He is back, she is back, telling them, no, this one is different. This is different. I know that we promised we'll do this road. But Shebi, you remember that time they are doing empowerment, honorable, what did you do? Empowerment. That they gave you 15,000. I put your name down. Say, but we are talking about our road. I know. No, government cannot do everything. But you see this one, she will do it. I swear with my life, she will do it. If you promise me that you are going to help us tell others, don't worry, it's a small thing. What are we for ourselves for? It's unbelievable. So you can ask yourself again, say, who is mad? Who is madder? Between the leaders and the led. Take a look at
next 2027, I'll come out again. What do you they really do for this local government? Una just they collect money. See road. I new car, see what the road has done to my car. So ladies and gentlemen, we're all traveling, as you can see. These are my colleagues all. Our car don't spoil. Now I go enter this road. Make the government. Now, I'm not calling on the government of Cross River State. I'm calling on all the honorable members representing Akampa local government area. You understand? Now, this very local government where they see, now they supply all the stones where they use for almost the south region. Yeah. The southern part of Cross River State. But see the road. See the road. See. Just imagine. See. All our cars, no good. See I can't pad. Now they get stone. See the road, see. Just imagine. See road, see. But this is the local government where be like say mineral resources, stones they produce here in Akampa. But now they get the worst road. But any small thing now we'll go here and say they won't call. This time I'm not calling Tinubu. I know they call on the governor of Cross River State. I'm calling on all the local government chairman. I'm calling on all the House of Reps members, senators representing Akampa local government area. Why is it that for how many years the road, Akampa road is bad? Why? What do una they really do for this local government? Una just they collect money. We have different, I know one call name, from Dansuki, all of them. But you guys are there collecting huge amount of money. Allocation for this local government, Bossy Road. I go be saying that this local government na there stones there. Sometimes we even hear precious stones. Bossy una road, see una road, see road. After now we go dey blame government. Time don reach when the people like say the one wey we go take call Tinubu, we go call Tinubu. The one wey we go take call the people when they chop the money, we go call them out. Wetin happen? See now, see my white. Make the white spoil. Make the white just spoil. May we know say the white don't spoil. If this one ain't gonna make them begin fix this road. Una go they use this road. It's like we can't even see am like say for you to chop money, you no go fix this road. Because yes, now if you fix them, you no go get wetin the other person want chop. Una they intentionally leave this road. And I will blame the youth of this local government. All the youth. Una be vague, una be hypocrite, una because of una. If una they speak out, these men say they see am. Una they see am. Una they see am now, see am. See where make I go show you, man show you my car. See. Come see what this road do to my car. Come see am. Just come see. See am. See, come see what the road do for my car. My new car, see am. See what the road has done to my car. See my guy's car. Show the back of this one. He just buy am. He just buy this car. Man, I notice an old car. Where the owner? He say, see who get the car. See am. I mean, na your car. In car dey mechanic. We travel last week. See what the road they do to all the cars. The youth of this local government una be foolish people. Yes, una be foolish because you know they go more than 20 years. Una don't they get. Una go they hate them. They go come show. Una go they hate them for show. Una go they collect small money. Election. They chop their money. Una they make them. What be the why they not be fixed? Common road. This road one that they see so from the beginning of that account per side till here where be are we. But show them, run, show them. See them. What's the problem? What do you make una no be just do the right thing? 20,000, 10,000, 5 naira. Where they give una? This very rich local government now that they see now account per local government of Cross River State. It is shameful. It's a disappointment to all of una where they represent this local government. Shame on all of una. Shame.
You better like watch it so that you don't get hit by. Sorry, guys. I was putting something on, but I don't think I will have the time to share that with us. Maybe another time. So in the face of all of this, why you are still figuring out who is mad, who is madder. Back to that, what that young soldier said about protecting your border. It is doable. When you have people there, well armed and all that, then you have a surveillance. You can even just use a drone to surveil the place. Or else you can use this. They've got this, but they use them to carry their generals. Whenever they need to show you that they do have equipment to aid and help them crush the terrorists. They just don't have the political will of doing it. And before I show you this next one, right? So I want to ask us, respectfully, that we should take a minute, a sec out of the comment section and just like the video. There are so many of us on here tonight, but the likes and the shares are not reflecting that. Just thought I should remind you. If you haven't liked the broadcast, you can do it now, before you fully forget. They do have this if they choose not to use drone, which is cheaper. Just imagine that for a minute, right? Imagine this for a minute. 10,000 armed soldiers, fully kitted, armed. 10,000. They are moving like that, moving like a fence. And then they have this kind of chopper, right? 3 of them leading them on. As they are spotting every threat, they are also loaded enough that they could nuke them from far, while the ground soldiers will be clearing them. 10,000 soldiers, 5,000, 3,000, 2,000. As the first 5,000 is clearing the land like that, for any seen terrorist escaping, take them out. But let's say those first 5,000 couldn't sweep it enough. The following line is that of 3,000 soldiers, well armed to the teeth. 3,000 soldiers cleaning whatever those 5,000 missed. While another set of 2,000 behind is mopping the floor as they are moving. They are mopping it. Make it an operation. Enough of that, when they hear that your army is coming, they understand what it means. So why not that? Why is that impossible? Lack of political will. That is why. It's a very strong thing. For me and you that have no affiliation, allegiance, if we are given such power, and if we are given that power and all these weapons, your imagination is possible, 100%. If you don't have any political affiliation, allegiance, pledges, all those nonsense, if you don't have anything, that's when it is possible. That's what is called political will. They intentionally allow the terrorists to continue to kill the people. For God knows why. And that is why when Athiefku's government began to make some reversals, people noticed. And some are now saying with their coalition this and that, which is prompting them to begin to kind of like make some like actions, right? To start with, in the last 72 hours, apart from the meltdown, there have been some policy reversals that suddenly miraculously started working. People are already saying up north that Koolu is going to be a one-term president, OTP. But right now they are hosting space. They are like organizing event enough to kind of engage with the people and make them believe that they can talk to Athiefku by trying to understand what Athiefku and his gang are doing. The same lies, or maybe with some touch of, grammar and phonetics and all that, right? But when you meet Dalong, which is the former sport minister, one of the most horrible sport ministers in the history of Nigeria, he is today a member of coalition. And according to him, yeah, everything might look like Athiefku is so powerful that no one can defeat him. But listen, as rotten as the system is, even if Koolu appoint his son as the INEC chairman, appoint his wife, Rat, as the Chief Justice of Nigeria, they will still beat him. But before that, here is something someone noticed. Bruv, go on.
Since this ADC coalition, you never get the kind quote where I never see. All manner of quote I don't see Allah. All these APC goose, they use quote won't finish me. I don't say, even if you people, now I begin the quote Bible. 10,000 for my right, another 10,000 by my left. But they will not care near me. Since they do this coalition, all of them just they preach about fear. Who is afraid of coalition? Even if you people come together, Ashwaju is the man. he is not bothered. Make I tell you the truth. Number one way to find out somebody that is scared is when the person is speaking against being scared. If you want no girl, we get heartbreak. When the heartbreak they touch, look at status. Yeah, when newly break heart, you don't have my life. Love is nothing. I love the new me. I love the new me. It don't even matter. I will need to focus on myself right now. No say she get bad break. No say the tip they pain up. Once person they tell you say, I'm not even pained. The lie, you're pained. If you see two people they quarrel, you go on they hear the other person they talk, say, you think I'm afraid of you? He's afraid. Since this coalition, now so just they shout. Now so I'm not afraid. People leave their own party, begin to focus on other people when they do their things. I have not seen this type of thing before. I'm not focus now. People should focus. You leave the whole APC. How big? People they defect since inside APC, they defect to APC, they defect to APC. Nobody talk. Just small coalition, we will call them small. When I begin to identify people who don't get power, I think yourself no even get power. Aero 5. What are we doing with Aero 5? Nothing. Peter Obi, I beg. I made you. The lie. I've not seen this type of thing before. Then when you walk out, the pinpoint person will get head. For another person party. For something when no they bother you. You're bothered. But you there between the border of Sem and Nigeria.
You see why I never joined their club, and I will never need their endorsement, and I will beat them in every election.
This is the consequence of the vote you voted. And it's too early to cry now because actually the real problem hasn't come.
To the Ronukus watching, this is just at the beginning. Where is Bokwari? Tell them.
Fellow Nigerians, this is just the beginning.
Now, to get closer to the end of, we're coming close to the end of the program, okay? And if we have over 1,600 of us on YouTube, at least we should be able to have 1,000 of us who have actually liked the broadcast, okay? Just a reminder, all right? Now, to Solomon Dalong, even if Koolu appoint his son as the INEC chairman, Abi, his wife as Chief Justice of Nigeria, they go still be term in 2027. Really?
And like I promised President Bola Tinubu, even if the 36 state governors defect to APC and he appoints Sheyi Tinubu as the chairman of INEC, and maybe he will appoint his wife, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, and INEC will be the last institution to decamp the APC. They are going to be defeated in 2027 because it's we versus them. Nigerians should buckle up for 2027 because the battle line has been drawn by the government of President Bola Tinubu, which has declared war against the Nigerian people. The government has weaponized the poverty, hunger, and hardship, and has popularized corruption, impunity, and injustice. The only option we have now is to align with the coalition movement to reposition us. Unlike
I move past you. You know, I'm a rich guy. I swear to God, that talk, I'm move past you. I'm move past you, gay. I'm move past you. Ask anybody. See, you go argue this thing, but I swear to God, I'm move past you. You don't see where they move before. Me again, I'm move past you. I'm move past you. You know move reach me, guy. I swear to God. That talk, I'm move past you. I'm move past you, again. I'm move past you. Ask anybody. See, you go argue this thing, but I swear to God, I'm move past you. You don't see where they move before. Me again, I'm move past you. I'm move past.
Because Dalongo, same Dalongo, the Boko Haram guys, so they are telling us to get ready because they want to save us. They want to save us from Koolu. So can you fault that? See our life, waiting our life has become in the hand of these clowns. Of course, somebody needs to save us. But would you let the clowns believe that they are going to save you, or you will believe they will save you? In a contraption where the guy who is going to set the rules that everybody would have to play with has not been challenged on the right of him to decide how an election will go. Dele Farotimi said something about that. One of the reasons why he hasn't made any public declaration of support or against their coalition, because he believes that the fundamental thing is not even about this who becomes what, but is.
Nigerian politicians have never had differences between them. It is the people who have required unification. Nigerian politicians are as united as they have ever been, and in recent times, they've more or less become as one. It is the people who have been divided into multiple bits. I don't know where Nigeria will be in 2027. I don't even know if we would have an election worthy of his name in 2027. The totality of my political focus as we speak today is electoral reform. When we have electoral reform and our votes count, and it's not an INEC that is switching off systems, a court that is declaring the 37th state, and I'm having all kinds of funny things coming out of the judiciary. When we have a meaningful electoral system, all this discussion about 2027, they are distractions and a waste of everybody's time. We've had 5 gubernatorial elections, I believe, since 2023 elections. Each and every one of them have been successively worse than the last. Is it in that kind of condition that I'll now be sitting down expecting and planning an election in 2027? Would we even have Nigeria in 2027? To be speaking to an election in 2027 in the face of our sickling objective realities, it does not interest me. I'm not excited by it. I'm actually irritated that politicians are busy gallivanting all over the place talking about election in 2027. I think it's...
I'm highly disappointed of Nigerian government because the Nigerian government were highly disappointed in them due to foreseen circumstances. Definitely, I'm one of those people who are proving people should die in coronavirus is more better than people should die in hungers. Hunger kills more than coronavirus because some people are less privileged. Due to foreseen circumstances that I said it, some people are less privileged, which they are based on daily pay, which are not even based on salaries. But our government thinks that the lockdown is the best solution to coronavirus, and proving it to an extent and to the levels of alacrity that if someone die in coronavirus, it's more efficient to die in hunger, because some people will be at indoor. There's no a way to make.
God bless you, Jare, our own very much Temple professor is there on the street to give you the best of the advice in the best expression you can possibly come by. And on that note, I'm going to say thank you for your time this evening. If you enjoyed this chat and you probably love it, then remember, don't leave without liking the broadcast, okay? I mean, like it so that other people can see it too, right? And maybe subscribe onto the channel if you haven't at all. I'm going to see you another time, and that's going to be tomorrow. Good night. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
àmọ̀ tó jódodo.
Máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán.
Máyégún ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán.
Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube.
Máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Máyégún já wa sí.
Máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Máyégún máa wí.
Máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán.
Máyégún dáyàrí political.
Máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún.
Máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán.
Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó jódodo.
Máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Àyè.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni. ó fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù máyé ń ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.